Grady has truly lived the American dream, rising from humble beginnings to become the president and CEO of the McLane Company. Grady joined the workforce at the age of 16, and he has worked full-time from that day forward. After serving his country as a U.S. Marine for 6 years and earning a college degree, Grady started his career working the night shift for a convenience store distributor. His work ethic, can-do attitude, and leadership skills got him noticed and helped him move up the career ladder. During his 30 years with McLane, with over 20 years as CEO, he has transformed that company by taking it from $7 billion in sales to more than $46 billion. He was instrumental in negotiating the company's sale from Walmart to Berkshire Hathaway, earning the respect of Warren Buffett in the process. But out of all of his accomplishments, I think Grady is most proud of the positive impact that he's had on his employees and his community. I admire him greatly for building upon McLane's core values of honesty, integrity, and Christian values. Based upon his significant business and civic achievements, I am proud to congratulate Grady on his induction in the Texas Business Hall of Fame.
Good evening. I'm really delighted to be with you here today to join with you in celebrating the induction of Grady Rosier into the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Grady, to put it simply, is an owner's dream as a CEO. He knows his business forward and backward. He has a terrific fiduciary sense toward the owners. He's a great steward of the brand. He knows all of his associates. He delights in out-competing his rivals, and you really couldn't have a better choice than Grady Rosier. I'll just give you one example of how well we think of him. Here's a huge enterprise. We've owned it for over 10 years. I've been to the company's headquarters exactly once just to see what they look like, basically. Not that I can run the place. I thank God for Grady. And Grady has never had to submit a budget. He never has to get an okay for capital expenditures, even though they run more than $100 million a year. We just have 100% confidence that he's running a first-class business in a first-class way, and that he's always thinking about what's good for his customers, good for his associates, and good for the shareholders of Berkshire Hathaway. So thanks to you, Grady, and thanks to the committee that recognized this truly outstanding man. Good evening.
Coach, one who teaches people to improve, whether it be in sports, business, management, or life.
One of the characteristics of a great leader is he's a coach. He brings teams of people together for a common objective.
The great coach has the insight to see in others what they don't see in themselves. Yeah, I think a good coach recognizes the talent of his people, puts them in the right position to be able to achieve great results.
And Grady, you are a great coach. You know how to motivate people, get them involved, hold them accountable, and then achieve the results through other people.
Grady has a terrific competitive spirit, and he does such a great job of putting a great team on the field.
McLane is a supply chain services leader, delivering more than 10 billion pounds of merchandise to grocery, convenience store, drugstore, and restaurant customers in every zip code of the country.
You know, I came to McLane Company in December of '84. It was just a good fit. Drayton always emphasized the importance of the people of McLane Company, which we affectionately refer to as teammates in McLane Company. And I kind of fit in that mold with Drayton. He saw that and brought me in and taught me how to do the grocery business.
First time I saw Grady, I thought, this is the guy I've been looking for. Well, Grady, you could tell, had a great deal of integrity. Grady had prepared well, had gone to the University of Florida, kind of worked his way through college.
McLane Company, when I joined the company, had sales of about $800 million. We had about 4 divisions total in the United States.
It really was probably about 4 or 5 months before he became CEO when I first met Grady. He was a man of presence and an individual that people wanted to follow and listen to. It was no surprise to me that shortly thereafter he became our CEO.
One of the first things I did was try to evaluate all the businesses that we had that didn't fit the mantra of McLean Company, and if it didn't smell like trucks and diesel fuel and tires and forklifts, we immediately started getting rid of it.
Based on that strategy, McLean has grown to over $46 billion in revenues. And Grady says it's been by putting the people first.
Early on in my career, I quickly found out that it was the people that were going to make you successful. And
yeah, when I think about Grady and what makes him a good coach, I really think about his love of the people, his love of the teammates. He ends up really caring about them. He positions them in the best position to service the company.
Being involved with people, training people, developing people, Grady has become successful because he was dedicated to that.
He's a very thoughtful leader, and he really has command of everything that's going on around him.
Grady makes the comment that this is his family. I believe it.
I don't have any children, and I would tell you that the people at McLean Company, if anything else, are my family in every sense of the word. They're not going to care about their job. They're not going to care about coming to work until they know that I care about them and that the other coaches of McLean Company care about them.
Among Grady's many personal philanthropic efforts, Grady sponsors and communicates regularly with 5 orphans in Kenya. It is a commitment that permeates all of McLean.
We believe fervently that we should be giving back into the communities that we live in. And we do that obviously through United Way, but our primary charity has been the Children's Miracle Network. I forget the number, we're probably approaching $100 million or so that we've raised for Children's Miracle Network.
We're just active in all of our communities throughout the United States.
It's easy. If it's kids or dogs, I'm in. Okay, if it's got something to do with children and helping people provide better lives for their families, we're in.
He truly, genuinely cares about the people and the heritage of this organization. As we win together, he likes to celebrate those wins and really share the wins with everybody, just like a coach would do. Grady has the ability to see so much in the people of this organization. He has the ability to see what we can be in the future and guide us to get there. And to me, that's a coach.
Grady Rosier, the coach.